kind of like the commandments, thou shalt not. They're important. It's important stuff. Like when to submit, when can't you submit, when can you submit late, if you can submit late. Should you tell me stuff like, my car just broke, my car's going to be in the shop 3 weeks from now and I'm not going to make it in class. Should you tell me that in class or should you email it to me? Questions like that. Rather than read them all to you right now, that's what the quiz is. So the quiz for Wednesday is not a math quiz. It is a true-false quiz on that page. Now, those of you that had me in Math 105 had something similar, but some of the questions have changed because some of the stuff has changed. Like, for example, you could submit an assessment in Blackboard any time for full credit. Well, that question wasn't there last term because I wasn't using Blackboard last term. I had to change some of the questions. Some of the questions are the same. I will most likely forget anything said any before or after class. True. Some of you probably can figure that one out right now. Okay? I'm as ADD as the day is long. So, anyway, it's a true-false, 10-question true-false quiz. You have some choices. You can print this page if you want to. Circle the questions. Take a cell phone picture of it and submit it via Blackboard. That works. You can just open a Microsoft Word document, put your name on it. 1 through 10, true, false, true, false, true, false. Submit that. That works too. Just make sure whatever you submit I can read. That's all. So I can grade it and give you the correct grade for it. Cool? Does that make sense?
Do we need to rewrite the questions if you do like a...
You don't have to. You don't have to. You don't have to. The only time you have to rewrite questions is when you do a rainy day coupon, which I'm not even going to mention more than that right now. So no. As long as I know what assessment you're doing, which I will because you're going to be putting it into the very clear assessment, you don't have to write the questions. No. If you print this page and then circle the things, you'll have the questions, but I don't necessitate that. I try to always number the questions so I have a reference point. That's why I need to be able to legibly read what you've written. And then I can assign it to the question that I'm looking at. Great question. Cool? That's your first quiz. First assessment for the week. Okay? All right. Good stuff. Good stuff. So that's the quiz for Wednesday. Hopefully you can breathe a little bit easier now. Everything else is just a work in progress. In the enrichment page, every once in a blue moon, you'll hear me refer you to this page. Part of it is helpful math links students have sent me over the years. Part of it is a couple little materials links that people seem to enjoy still using. This is my favorite part. It's the math behind the stat. That means that most of you will never ever look at it, and that's okay. Some students have discovered this and said, this is freaking awesome. Some students have discovered it and said, I wish I never had seen that. It's okay. It all depends on how much deeper you want to go. Sometimes you guys ask me a question in class. Well, why is it? Why you keep saying this number 30? What's so important about this number 30? Or why this number 95%? And I'll say, you know what? The enrichment page has a really, really nice explanation as to why it's 95%. It's outside of the scope of the course. But if you want to go deeper, it's right there. And I've written up these papers. I remember once, I think it was this one. No, not the standard normal. The binomial. This one right here. I remember a prof of mine just kept saying, oh, the mean's NP and the standard deviation's root NPQ. I'm like, but why? I've been teaching this for 30 years and that's what it is. That's like the mom reason, right? That you know, why can't I go up? Because I said so! It's like, you don't want to hear that. You want like reason and rationale, right? So like, I went and proved it. I sat down one day, this is before I had kids and I had time, and I kind of worked out the math. So if you're interested in I heard of Jesus, so I guess we wouldn't. But if, you know, in case you know what Jesus looks like binomial distribution. If you're interested, it's there. That's all I want to say. I'm going to stop talking about it now because I don't want to cause people to faint.